deflects and it distracts away from the real problem, which is the socio-economic plight of African Americans. The fact that unemployment in black communities is higher than in any other community in the United States. The fact that crime is disproportionately an economic problem and not just a color problem. They not only want you to think that African-American fathers are absent, they want you to think that we're criminal too, because it helps perpetuate their political agenda. It helps them maintain the idea in your mind that we're criminal, that we're lazy, and that we don't take care of our children. But that's a false narrative, that's a lie, and the facts don't back it up. Maybe it's because their expectation is that the black father could not be because of the intentional destruction of the black father throughout American history. Slavery, lynchings during Jim Crow, flooding of our communities with drugs, systematic targeting of black men by the prison industrial complex. All that they've done to destroy the black father, and we're still here. Black men have not abandoned their children. Black men are active in their children's lives. Black men are taking care of their responsibilities. Some of the same people that you would call a thug, they are great fathers. If you want to see an example, if you're in Boston, go down to Roxbury, go down to Brockton, and you'll see boys on the block taking care of their kids, walking their boys and their girls to school, taking them to church, taking their boys to football practice, their girls to ballet and dance. If you're in South Florida, go down there to 6th and 8th, go down there to 10th and 8th, down by Ely High School, and you'll see fathers being present. Some of the same people that you call thugs are taking care of their kids, working 2 or 3 jobs. Maybe you got mixed up with a bad one, but there are bad ones in every community. There's bad white fathers, there's bad Hispanic fathers, and there are white kids who haven't seen their fathers in 20 and 30 years. There are always going to be bad examples, but that's the exception and not the rule. So no, I am not a great example of a black father. I'm an average black father. And so this false narrative about the absent black father stops today because it's a lie. And for everyone who knows that this false narrative is a lie, comment and tell me about your black father. Tell me about all the examples of good black men that you know, and help us bring an end to this false narrative perpetuated on us by a system that does not want to be accountable for the disparities in America.
Plain talk, bad manners, keeping it real. I just happened upon that, and I thought that was really, 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 really something absolutely fantastic.
Why? What did he say that resonated so much with you?
Well, the miseducation by the media of the absent black father. I mean, listen, if you go, there might be a percentage of absent black fathers, but it's not the majority. It's not the majority.
You know that for sure.
Absolutely. You want us to look at the numbers, maybe?
Go look for them. I'm not going to look for them.
So you think otherwise? Yeah, you think otherwise. Anytime you see there's a delay in...
Well, sometimes I do stop and think. I don't just, shoot off the hip. And I don't have numbers with me. But the fact that there is a word called, or an idiom, local colloquialism of America today called a baby mama, rather than a wife or, a spouse or someone who's living with someone. That's my baby mama. It's not saying that they're certainly not a father, but that the person is absent from your home. It's a phenomena. There's this idea that men are supposed to be the breadwinners. And I guess that idea has faded away because many women are the ones that are bringing home most of that. The statistics need to be looked at.
Okay, so here is Think Progress. The myth of the absent black father. Where did that just go? Okay, hold on. All right, the myth of the absent black father. Did that just get away from us? Here we go. Mm-hmm. Here we go. An article published January 16, 2014 in Think Progress. Matter of fact, this is one of the I think this is a black online
It's not a black Think Progress.
website, yeah.
Well, go
Think
ahead.
Progress. Okay. So what it says is the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, recently published new data on the role of the American fathers play in parenting their children. Most of the CDC's previous research on family life, while the agency explores as an important contributor to public health and child development, had focused exclusively on mothers. But the latest data finds that the stereotypical gender imbalance in this area does not hold true, and dads are just as hands-on when it comes to raising their kids. That includes African American fathers. In fact, in its coverage of the study, before this ad comes in and the Los Angeles Times noted that the result defies stereotype about black fatherhood because the CDC found that black dads are more involved with their kids on a daily basis than dads from other racial groups. This is not Fox News finding this. This is not MSNBC or CNN. This is the Center for the Disease Center, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC. So, and it goes on to
Okay, but
tell
I mean,
you.
we read one statistic and I can read something else.
No, but this is the this is
Okay,
the
I'm
CDC.
looking at the census here, census.gov. Here it says black children, 55%, Hispanic children, 31%, are more likely to live with one parent than non-Hispanic white children at 21%, or Asian children at 13%.
But Marjorie, one parent could be the father. 55% could live with the father.
Okay,
It
so
doesn't
do we
tell
need
you-
me to look at the number of women that are raising children?
But
Okay,
this,
give me a
this one is
second.
more specific.
Okay.
This one, as a matter of fact, here we go. It says, being an involved dad. By most measures, black fathers are just as involved with their children as other dads in similar living situation, or more so, according to new report by the National Center for Health Statistics. Okay? Here we have children under age 5. Black fathers living with their kids, 78.2%. Fathers not living with their kids, 12.6%. Right?
Wait a minute, say that again now?
Children under 5, 78.2% fathers, black fathers, live with their kids.
Under 5.
Under 5. And
Okay.
12.6% doesn't live with their kids.
Okay.
In white families, it's 73.9% living with their kids, and they don't have a percentage for not living with their kids.
Okay.
So more black fathers under age 5 live with their kids than whites. Okay? Then they had
Under
Bathard-
age 5. Let's
Yeah,
get
that-
above age 5.
Yeah, just hold a minute. Then they had Barthard, what was that? Barthard? Bathed? B-A-T-H-E-D? Bathed?
Bathed.
No. Bathed, diapered, or dressed.
Bathed. You bathed your child.
Bathed, diapered, or dressed children daily. 74% of black fathers do that. 60% of white fathers do that. That's living with their kids. 12%.
We're still under the age of 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to go children between 5 and 18. All right, let's go to 5, between 5 and 18. Children ages 5 to 18. 8 meals with their children daily. Right? Fathers living with their kids. 61.7% of black fathers. 64.2% of white fathers. And 71.1% of Latino fathers. Fathers not living with their kids, 2.1% of black fathers, 4.2% of white fathers, and 1.9% of Latino parents. Took children to or from activities daily. 27.1% black fathers living with their kids, 19.5% white parents, white fathers living with their kids, and 22.8% Latino parents living with their kids. Right? And fathers not living with their kids, 5.1 for blacks, 5.0 for whites, 2.0 for Latinos. Talk to children about their day daily. 67.4% fathers living with their kids, 67% white, and 63.4% Latino. I mean, it to me, that stuff is like, that stuff is made up stuff, and we believe that. In some cases, the differences between black fathers and white or Latino fathers weren't statistically significant. Nonetheless, the fact that no dramatic drop-off for African American fathers is still a surprising revelation for some people. Considering the fact that black fatherhood is a phrase that always accompanied the word crisis in the U.S. society, it is understandable that the CDC's results seem innovative, but in reality, the new data builds upon years of research that concluded that hands-on parenting is similar among dads of all races. There's plenty of scientific evidence to burst this racially biased myth. The Pew Research Center, which has tracked this data for years, consistently find no big differences between white and black fathers. Gretchen Livingston, one of the senior researchers studying family life at the Pew, wasn't at all surprised by the new CDC data. Blacks look a lot like everyone else, she pointed out. Although black fathers are more likely to live separately from their children.
That's the point. That is the point. No one is saying that when they are with their children, they're not parenting.
Marjorie, you gotta wait for me to. You gotta wait for me to finish. You can't just pounce on one thing and try to use that.
Go ahead. Finish the sentence.
The statistic doesn't bear out the statement as people saying that black fathers are absent from their children. There was just a statistics under 5.
What did she just finish the sentence?
I'm going to get to it. There's a statistics under 5.
Right.
There's a statistic between 5 and 18. And this is not, I didn't make these statistics up.
Finish this sentence.
Although black fathers are more likely to live separately from their children, the statistics that usually trotted out to prove the parenting crisis, many of them remain just as involved in their kids' lives.
Okay. And that's what we're talking about. I am talking about single parent homes. I'm not saying that a man...
It just told you that.
No, that's not what it just said. That's not what it just said.
It says fathers living with kids. That's what it says.
That's not what you just read, Anselm. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the same text that you're looking at.
Marjorie, the statistics here says children under age 5. Fathers living with their kids.
And then
it's 78.2%.
Age
5 to 18. It's 61.8%. Fathers living with their kids that ate meals with their children daily.
61%.
61%. Okay. For whites, it's 64.2%.
I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
It's not statistically different. So I think what we have to do, we have to stop allowing the media to mislead us into thinking that these black fathers are absent. And that's what this guy was trying to say. That's exactly what this guy on Black Star was trying to say. Don't tell me I'm a good father. I'm an average father. Because I'm doing the things I'm supposed to do. You trying to anoint me because I'm doing the things I'm supposed to do? I don't want to be anointed. I don't want to be anointed because I take my son to the soccer game or I take my son to the basketball game. I don't want to be anointed for that. That's what I'm supposed to do. I don't want to be anointed because I sit down to do homework with my son. That's what I'm supposed to do. I don't want to be anointed for that. So don't try to put me up on a pedestal and say, oh, here he is. He's a great father. There's many others doing the same exact thing. And this is what the statistics bears out. Listen, I would like to make these statistics up. But it's unfortunate that, and then another thing too is that what we may allow when we are in certain situations to confirm the opinion that others want to hoist upon us due to our situation. If I'm in a certain situation and I hear some statistics to say, yeah, then I would say, oh, yeah. That confirms what I felt all along. But in this situation, it's fortunate that the statistics bears out that the information that the media has been giving us has been totally inaccurate. And hopefully we can lay that to rest regarding the absentee black father, you know. And I always used to hear